You drag yourself through the day feeling drained, even after getting your full 8 hours of sleep every night. What if you could rewire your entire sleep system and wake up with more energy than you've felt in years? In this video, I'll share 7 Japanese sleep secrets backed by sleep science that will completely transform how you rest and recharge in just 21 days. I discovered these methods when researching why Japan has one of the longest life expectancies on Earth, despite having notoriously busy lifestyles. The problem is, most people treat sleep like a light switch, on or off, when it's actually a complex system that needs optimization. These aren't just ancient traditions, each technique is validated by modern sleep research. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to reprogram your sleep cycle using strategies that Japanese culture has refined over centuries. Let's dive in. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people lie awake because they never properly close their day. Ikigai Naru literally means purpose sleep in Japanese. It's a 10-minute ritual performed exactly 1 hour before bed, where you consciously complete your day mentally and emotionally. You're not just getting into bed, you're creating psychological closure. Think of it as shutting down all the mental browser tabs that keep running in the background. Research from Kyoto University found that people who practice intentional day closure fall asleep 43% faster than those who don't. This works because your brain has something called the Zeigarnik effect. It obsessively remembers uncompleted tasks. When you consciously mark your day as complete, you release the mental tension keeping your nervous system activated. Japanese monks have used this principle for centuries because they understood that true rest begins in the mind, not the body. First, sit down with paper and write 3 things: what you accomplished today, what you're grateful for, and 1 priority for tomorrow. Second, physically place that paper in a specific drawer or folder. This action signals completion to your brain. Third, say out loud, "Today is complete. Tomorrow will handle itself." This verbal declaration might feel silly, but it activates different neural pathways than just thinking it. Finally, avoid the mistake of reviewing your entire to-do list. That reopens the loops. Just 1 priority, nothing more. For instance, instead of lying in bed mentally rehearsing tomorrow's presentation, write "prepare presentation," opening on your priority paper. Close the drawer, and trust that morning you will handle it. But that's not all. The environment where you sleep matters just as much as your mental state. This next one is crucial, and it's probably the opposite of what your bedroom looks like right now. Ma is a Japanese concept meaning the conscious use of empty space and silence. In sleep terms, it means your bedroom should have strategic emptiness, minimal furniture, clear surfaces, and deliberate gaps between objects. We're not talking about boring minimalism. We're talking about creating visual rest stops for your eyes and brain. Your bedroom should feel like a sanctuary, not a storage unit with a bed in it. Princeton University neuroscience research discovered that physical clutter competes for your attention and increases cortisol levels by up to 28%. Your visual cortex is constantly processing everything in your environment, even at the edges of perception. When there's too much stimulation, your brain never fully shifts into parasympathetic rest and digest mode. The Japanese have designed homes around Emma for centuries because they recognize that empty space isn't wasted. It's restorative. First, remove everything from your bedroom that isn't directly related to sleep, intimacy, or getting dressed. Yes, that means the exercise bike, the laundry pile, and especially the home office setup. Second, create 1 completely empty surface that your eyes can land on, a clear nightstand or an undecorated wall section. Third, implement the 1 in, 1 out rule. For every new item entering your bedroom, 1 must leave. The common mistake here is thinking organized clutter is fine. It's not. Your brain still processes it. For example, instead of having 12 decorative pillows on your bed that you remove every night, Keep just 2 sleep pillows and 1 accent pillow maximum. Now, let's talk about something even more powerful that happens before you even enter that bedroom. Most people don't know this, but the Japanese have scientifically perfected the timing and temperature of evening bathing. Yudachi means evening rain shower, and it's a specific bathing protocol done exactly 90 minutes before your target sleep time. The key isn't just bathing, it's manipulating your core body temperature through precise water temperature and timing. You're essentially hacking your circadian rhythm's natural temperature drop that signals sleep time. Research from the University of Texas analyzed 5,000 sleep studies and found that bathing 90 minutes before bed in 104 to 109 deg water improves sleep quality by 36%. Here's the fascinating part. When you heat your body, blood rushes to your extremities to cool you down. After you exit the warm bath, your core temperature drops faster than normal. This rapid cooling triggers melatonin release and mimics your body's natural sleep onset pattern. Japanese onsens, hot springs, have been used for therapeutic sleep benefits for over 1,000 years because they instinctively understood this physiological trigger. First, set a consistent bedtime and count back 90 minutes. This is your bathing time. Second, fill your bath or run your shower between 104 to 109 deg. Use a thermometer the first week to calibrate. Third, stay in the warm water for 10 to 15 minutes minimum, long enough to raise core temperature. Fourth, here's the critical part. Keep your bedroom cool, 65 to 68 deg, so you experience that dramatic temperature drop. The mistake most people make is bathing too close to bedtime or keeping the bedroom too warm, which prevents the temperature contrast from working. For instance, instead of taking a quick lukewarm shower whenever you feel like it, schedule your 104 degrees Fahrenheit bath for exactly 8:30 p.m. if you want to sleep at 10 p.m. This brings me to the next secret, and it's about what happens right after that bath. Now, you might be thinking, I already have a nighttime routine. But here's what makes this different. Kanpaku means white or blank canvas. It's a screen-free, decision-free period of 60 minutes before sleep where you engage only in passive, low-stimulation activities. No phones, no computers, no television. And here's the key, no decisions. You're creating a mental buffer zone between the demands of your day and the surrender of sleep. Activities should be repetitive and predictable, like a blank canvas rather than a colorful painting. Harvard Medical School research shows that blue light exposure suppresses melatonin by 50% and shifts your circadian rhythm by up to 3 hours. But it's not just about light. Decision-making activates your prefrontal cortex and dumps dopamine into your system, which is a stimulating neurotransmitter. Every time you decide what to watch, whether to respond to a message or which social media to scroll, you're essentially taking microdoses of an awakening drug. Traditional Japanese households naturally practiced kanpaku because they had limited evening lighting and ente. Entertainment, they were forced into low-stimulation activities. First, set a physical barrier. Plug your phone into a charger in a different room exactly 60 minutes before bed. Second, prepare 3 allowed activities ahead of time so you're not deciding in the moment. Examples include reading a physical book you've already started, gentle stretching using a routine you've memorized, or listening to instrumental music from a pre-made playlist. Third, use only warm lighting, amber or red bulbs during this hour. Install them ahead of time. Fourth, avoid the trap of just checking your phone for the weather or alarm. Set your alarm before the 60-minute window starts. For example, instead of scrolling Instagram to relax, read the same book series you've been enjoying. Your brain loves predictable narratives before sleep because they don't create cliffhanger tension. But wait, there's more to this. What you do in the morning is just as important as what you do at night. This next principle is crucial, and most sleep advice completely ignores it. Asanoji means morning sun command. It's the practice of exposing your eyes to direct outdoor sunlight within 30 minutes of waking, for at least 10 minutes. Not through a window, not with sunglasses, but actual unfiltered daylight hitting your retinas. You're essentially setting a biological alarm clock that will ring exactly 14 to 16 hours later when it's time for deep sleep. Research from Northwestern Medicine found that morning light exposure increases sleep efficiency by 42% and reduces time to fall asleep by an average of 18 minutes. Here's the science. Your eyes contain specialized cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells that detect light and send signals directly to your brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Bright morning light, ideally 10,000 lux or more, suppresses residual melatonin A. ND triggers a 14 to 16-hour countdown to your next melatonin release. Japanese culture has always emphasized morning rituals and outdoor presence at dawn because they observe the energizing and sleep-regulating effects firsthand. First, commit to getting outside within 30 minutes of waking. Set this as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth. Second, spend 10 to 15 minutes in direct sunlight. Take your coffee outside, do a short walk, or simply sit on your porch. Third, if you live in a low-light climate or wake before sunrise, use a 10,000 lux light therapy box placed 16 to 24 inches from your face while you have breakfast. Fourth, consistency is everything. Do this at approximately the same time every day, even weekends, to stabilize your rhythm. The mistake people make is thinking any bright light will do. Artificial indoor lighting is typically only 300 to 500 lux, nowhere near enough to set your circadian clock. For instance, instead of checking your phone in bed for 20 minutes after waking, immediately open your curtains, go outside, and let the sun tell your brain, it's day. Be awake now. Sleep comes later. Now, let's talk about the secret that ties all of these together and makes them work exponentially better. Here's where it gets really interesting, and it might challenge what you believe about sleep. Shoshin is a Zen Buddhist concept meaning beginner's mind, approaching each night without rigid expectations or sleep anxiety. Instead of demanding I must get 8 hours or I'll be useless, you adopt curiosity. I wonder how my body will rest tonight. You're releasing the performance pressure that paradoxically keeps you awake. This isn't about lowering standards. It's about eliminating the sleep effort paradox. The University of California, Berkeley discovered that anxiety about sleep quality increases cortisol by 37% and creates a self-fulfilling prophecy of poor sleep. Your brain interprets the pressure to sleep as a threat, which activates your sympathetic nervous system, the exact opposite of what you need. This is called orthosomnia, the unhealthy preoccupation with perfect sleep. Zen practitioners have used Shoshin for centuries because they understood that forcing any mental state makes it impossible. Sleep, like meditation, must be allowed, not achieved. The Japanese phrase nemuru, to sleep, is a passive verb, not an active one. First, remove all sleep tracking devices for the 21-day period. They feed obsession, not improvement. Second, when you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, instead of panicking, say, interesting. My body isn't ready yet. I'll rest and stay curious. Third, reframe your self-talk. Replace I only got 6 hours, I'm ruined with I got 6 hours and my body will use it efficiently. Fourth, practice this mantra before sleep. I welcome whatever rest comes tonight. The common mistake is thinking this means you don't care about sleep. You care deeply, but you're removing the counterproductive striving. For example, instead of calculating if I fall asleep right now, I'll get 6 hours and 43 minutes. Simply think, my body knows what it needs. I'm safe. There's one final secret that brings this entire system together. This last one is the framework that makes everything else sustainable. Kaizen means continuous improvement through tiny, incremental changes. Instead of overhauling your entire sleep life overnight, you implement one element per 3 days, allowing each to become automatic before adding the next. You're building a sleep system brick by brick, not constructing it all at once. This is the Japanese manufacturing philosophy applied to personal transformation. Stanford University's Behavior Design Lab found that habit stacking through gradual integration has an 80% success rate compared to just 8% for dramatic overnight changes. Your brain's basal ganglia, the habit center, needs approximately 3 days to start encoding a new behavior and 21 days for it to become automatic. When you pile on too many changes simultaneously, you overwhelm your willpower reserves and cognitive load capacity. Japanese corporate culture revolutionized global manufacturing with Kaizen because small, consistent improvements compound into extraordinary results over time. A 1% improvement every 3 days equals a 100% transformation in just 21 days. Here's your exact 21-day roadmap. Days 1 to 3, implement only Ikigai Neru, the 10-minute purpose closure. Days 4 to 6, add Ma, declutter your bedroom. Days 7 to 9, add Udachi, the 90-minute bath protocol. Days 10 to 12, add Kanpaku, screen-free wind down. Days 13 to 15, add Asanoji, morning sun exposure. Days 16 to 18, add Shoshin, beginner's mind reframe. Days 19 to 21, full system integration. Track nothing except whether you completed your assigned habit for that 3-day block. Don't judge the quality, don't measure outcomes, just execute. The mistake people make is trying all 7 secrets on day 1, getting overwhelmed, and quitting by day 3. For instance, don't stress about perfect bedroom minimalism on day 1 while also trying to time your bath perfectly. Just do your 10-minute evening closure ritual and nothing else. Let's quickly review what we covered today. Number 1. Ikigai Naru. Close your day intentionally with a 10-minute completion ritual. Number 2. Ma. Create restorative empty space in your bedroom environment. Number 3. Udachi. Take a 104 to 109 degree bath exactly 90 minutes before sleep. Number 4. Kanpaku. Eliminate screens and decisions for 60 minutes before bed. Number 5. Asanoji. Get direct sunlight in your eyes within 30 minutes of waking. Number 6. Shoshin. Release sleep anxiety and approach each night with curiosity. Numb. Or 7. Kaizen sleep. Implement one technique every 3 days for sustainable transformation. Remember, you're not trying to hack sleep. You're honoring it. These Japanese secrets have survived centuries because they work with your biology, not against it. You have everything you need to transform your energy levels starting tonight. The only difference between the exhausted person you are now and the vibrant, energized person you want to be is consistent application of these 7 principles over the next 21 days. Don't wait until you're completely burned out to take your sleep seriously. Start with just the 10-minute Ikigai Neru ritual tonight. Write down your 3 items, close the drawer, and mark today complete. I promise you, 21 days from now, when you're waking up naturally before your alarm with genuine energy, you'll thank yourself for starting today instead of someday. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these life-changing techniques. Subscribe for more science-backed self-improvement content like this. Drop a comment telling me which of these 7 secrets you're implementing first, or share how your sleep has been affecting your life. And if you want to learn about Japanese productivity systems that complement these sleep secrets, check out the video I've linked next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.